Please be seated. I want to wish all of you a wonderful, Merry Christmas. My prayer again, it shall be a blessed one for you, for your families, for your children, for your parents, and for every aspect of your life in the name of Jesus. Amen. So again, brothers and sisters, Merry Christmas. And a Happy New Year ahead for you. This season, I have chosen to emphasize on 5 things. And I started yesterday, which I dealt with the first one, what I call the mystery of Christmas. Mystery of Christmas. And I think we had enough to talk about from 1 Timothy yesterday. And my thoughts, my inspiration was, well, every year we talk about this man born. Lord, what do we focus on for this year? Just for these 2-3 days. The Christmas Eve, the Christmas Day, and of course, a little bit next Sunday. But I have this to say for the next few minutes, that the message of Christmas is about these 5 things. That's minus the one I told you yesterday. Number 1 is the mystery. We already know that. We talked about that yesterday. Number 2, it is about love. No wonder if you go to John chapter 3 verse 16, it says, for God so loved the world. Is that not? God gave Jesus not out of anger. God gave Jesus not because we're bothering him. He gave Jesus because he did what? He loved us. So this year, I want to be intentional about it. I want to say to you, the message of Christmas, apart from the mystery, is that he loves us. You know, God so much loved you. God so much loved me. You know, some of us feel dejected, especially in a world that is filled with hatred right now, a world of several and thousands of refugees all over the world, a world of people showing raw wickedness, of shooting people, of killing people, and people are tempted, especially for these young ones. Some of them, all they have grown up to see is all this mass murder, and they are forced to ask, is that love in this world again? Can nations really love themselves? Is it really possible? And you may wonder what's going on in the heart of especially the teenagers now. I know parents can say, well, it used to be great in the past. You walk through the airport, nobody's searching you all over. Right? If possible now, they probably ask you to take off your clothes. Is that all right? If possible. And truly, is it not happening when you go into that machine and they ask you to put up your hand? It's 100% viewing, nothing more, nothing less. But that's the world. But does that mean God does not love us anymore? Hello, brothers, God still loves us. And so, the message of Christmas again this morning, from me to you, or from God to us, is it is a season of love. No wonder you give gifts, right? You give things to your friend. Number 2, or number 3, it is a time, a message of mercy. Listen, we don't deserve it. How many of us know that? We're guilty. We did it. We committed the crime, and we know what our society says. If you commit the crime, you will serve what? You will serve the time. Thank you. You commit the crime, you serve the time. Period. Vendetta. Punishment. You did it? Yes. You're guilty. Whether it's going to be, now even our government, talked about what we call mandatory what? Minimum sentence. In other words, even if you're a first-time offender and you've committed a particular crime, they're simply saying there is no slapping on the wrist. This is the minimum. You must enter that thing and we shut you up. Minimum sentence. That is the world we live in today, friends. But the message of Christmas that was read to us in several passages this morning of the Son being born to us, of the truth being revealed through Jesus Christ, and of course, of God revealing himself, is the message of mercy. Mercy. And the fourth is the message of truth. He came in the flesh. We behold him as begotten of the Father, full of what? Grace and truth. Full of grace. John chapter 1. Full of grace. And truly, that verse 14 explains it all that he is. And so I say to you this morning, the message of Christmas is a message of love, is a message of mercy, is a message of truth. I'm going to have two quick ones, which I will explain more later. It's the message of obedience. Many of us were thinking it was easy for Mary. It's a lie. It was frustrating for that woman. Imagine, women, thank God for you. When you carry that thing, and you know what I'm talking about. On the ninth month, you feel very strong, right? Is that true, Sister Samia? You're tired. Is that not true? You're weak. Especially when you go very close to the time you want to deliver. Even if somebody help me to pick, can you just bend down? Even when you're that high, you just bend down and grab anything. Can you do that? It's impossible. It was frustrating. Now just try and picture Mary. I want to have a picture of that woman. And then they got to the first hotel. Can we check in? Sorry, no space. A pregnant woman with the husband. There was no limousine. There was no limousine then. And then they got to the second hotel. Can we check in? Sorry, no space. Oh, darling, that must be hard. I'm tired. I'm feeling the pain. Is that not true? And then they got to the fourth one. Who knows how many places? There was no place. And I just imagine Mary saying, God, you are not fair. See me, a virgin. Beautiful woman, I did not do anything. See what you have put inside my tummy. Look at the suffering you are taking me through. And I can see a level of probably some anger in that woman thinking, God, but why me? What did I do? What have I done? But the message of Christmas was the message of obedience. Mary was ready to accept the will of God. To accept the will of God. Frustrating situation. And of course, you think it was fun for Joseph? What you call today you say a vibrant brother. Wonderful, spirit-filled, the man that will preach the message, and all of a sudden, bro, the officer don't get the devil. And people will be saying, did it come from heaven? Shame, frustration, disgrace, a lot of things happened to that brother. I just want you to put yourself in the picture of Joseph today. If it were to be you, and God says, take that woman. You say, I will carry another man belly. That's what we're going to say. That's what I'm going to say. I'll be honest with you. But do you know the message? Obedience. In other words, it may not be convenience. It might be painful. It might be frustrating. People are going to laugh at you. People are going to say things that are not pleasing to you. If there's anything you want to take out of Christmas, it is that somebody chose to obey. Do you know if Mary did not obey, you think she could not commit abortion? Or you think they don't commit abortion those days? She could have said, God, you're on your own. If you force that thing into my tummy, I will abort it. Right? She could have done that. But she did not do it. I hope we can learn something from that one. And finally, it was a message of provision. When I say provision, do you know where Jesus was born? Where? In the palace, right? The best hotel. 5-star hotel, that's where Jesus was born. Is that true, Martha? Is that where you gave it back to your baby yesterday? No, amen. Praise the Lord. It was in the manger. Do you know what happened? Even when there was no other place willing to accommodate Jesus, God made a way. It may not be a perfect way for ordinary people. Why would you want to have a child in a manger? Right? But you know what? Even in the middle of that, even when life was very difficult for that woman, going from place to place, there was no place, God made an iota, what I call an iota of opening. God made a way. Friends, God is going to make a way for you. Amen. I said, God is going to make a way for me. Amen. He's going to make a way for you. Amen. Even when it looks as if there was no hope. Listen, it was hopeless for that woman. You know, I mean, as some of us, I've made calls in the past to hotels, maybe we're trying to do something, and then you call and call and call, it's like, everywhere is filled up. Or you are trying to book a particular day, and I witnessed that first time. I want to travel on that day. And there was no, the only way I could go in was for me to buy a ticket that is well over 10,000. I'm thinking, they've been following me for village. Why will I buy it? There was no space. And sometimes the airline will say, oh, I'm sorry, I can't get a seat for you. But do you know what God did? God made a way for me. God made a way for the baby to be born. God made a way for Jesus to be born in the manger. Yes, not the best place. Sometimes, God's provision may not look rational to our brain. It may not make sense. But I can tell you this morning, God's provision does make sense to me. God will not give you what you cannot have. So this Christmas season, number one, remember the mystery. Those of you who were here yesterday, you know what I said. Number two, remember the message of love. Number three, remember the message of mercy. Number four, remember the message of truth. Number five, remember the message of obedience. And finally, remember the message of divine provision. God will make a